Hi, welcome to Yoga with Tracy. I'm Tracy. Today we have a yoga practice focusing on the hips and lower back. It's really easy to overwork these areas, and even just sitting for long periods can tighten our hip flexors while weakening our back muscles. So by adding some yoga to our daily routine and focusing on stretching and strengthening the muscles around the hips, lower back and legs, we can work towards combating lower back pain. No props are necessary, but you may like to grab a folded blanket for additional support and comfort when kneeling, and when you're ready, meet me on the mat. Hi everyone, we're going to begin today facing the short edge of our mats. Come onto your hands and knees, taking the knees as wide as feels right today and bringing the big toes together. Drop your hips back towards the heels as you start to walk the hands forward and melting your heart down, bringing your forehead to the mat or on a folded blanket, forearms resting on the mat. Keep the shoulders from hiking up to the ears. Closing your eyes, you relax into the posture. Bring your attention on the breath and how the body moves with each inhalation and exhalation. Throughout the practice, try and maintain a slow, steady, even breath. If you do start to feel any uncomfortable sensations in the low back, please bring your knees in slightly. You may also like to place a folded blanket under the knees for additional support and comfort. Lifting the head, walking the hands over to the right side, lower the forearms and head back onto the floor. Exhale as you soften the shoulders, sign out any tension and getting a lovely stretch in the lower back. Wide-legged child's pose is a lovely way to begin the practice. It allows us the time to calm the mind and the body, giving our body permission to slow down. Throughout today's practice, try and maintain a slow, deep, even breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Slowly walking the hands over to the left to repeat on the other side. Exhaling as you soften your shoulders, sighing out any tension as we expand the right side of our bodies. In today's practice, we'll be holding each posture for around 5 slow, deep breaths. Walking the hands back to centre, activate the arms, elbows lifted as you lower the forehead to the floor. Relaxing your shoulders down towards the mat, away from the ears. Begin massaging the forehead by softly tilting the head side to side. Shoulders will start to sway. Bringing the head back to stillness. And very slowly, with the hands, pushing yourself back up into kneeling. Coming onto all fours, a tabletop position, I'm going to begin warming up the entire spine. Wrists underneath the shoulders, fingertips nice and wide, knees right underneath the hips. Inhaling, drop the belly towards the mat. Lift your chin and chest looking forwards. Broaden across the shoulder blades and draw your shoulders away from the ears, pressing firmly into the floor with the fingertips. Exhaling, draw your belly to your spine and round your back towards the ceiling. The pose should look like a cat stretching its back. Releasing the crown of your head towards the floor, chin drawing towards the chest. Continue in your own time, syncing breath with movement. This spinal flexion allows us to warm up the entire spine, increasing the flexibility and stretching the back, torso and neck. Enjoy the cat-cow posture as we relax and allow any stored tension to be released. Coming back into tabletop, remain on hands and knees, exhaling slowly, begin to circle your hips in one direction and inhaling as you come forwards. You can keep the hips lifted and find some small movement, or circle the hips right back towards your heels. Allow yourself to get lost in the movement as the hip circles bring some mobility into the hips and lower back. Begin circling your hips in the opposite direction. Coming back into tabletop, it may feel nice to sway the hips side to side. Coming back into stillness, moving into a low lunge. Stepping your right foot forwards, knee over ankle, turn the top of your left foot over, and on an inhale, raise both arms above your head. Exhaling as you push your hips closer towards the floor and hold. Or you can place both hands just above the front knee for a softer variation. Continue to breathe deeply. Slow, even breaths in and out through the nose. As you feel a deep stretch in the thighs and groin as we open the chest. On your next exhale, lower the hands to the floor. Repeating on the other side, take the right leg back and bring the left foot forward. Inhaling as you raise both arms above the head in line with your ears, or both hands just resting above your left knee. Exhaling as you push your hips closer to the floor and hold as you continue to breathe deeply. Exhaling, lower the hands to the floor. Bring the left leg back into tabletop position. We want the hands just in front of the shoulders, curling the toes under. Inhaling, lift the knees a couple of inches off the floor. Keeping a neutral spine as we work on engaging the pelvic floor muscles. Try and keep your focus on the breath, slow, deep, even breaths. Exhaling as you press your hips up and back, keep the knees bent, bringing ourselves into an upside down V. We want to find length in the spine. Let your head hang freely so there's no tension in the neck. And direct your gaze through your legs or up towards your belly button. Inhaling and exhaling deeply, slowly bring both heels towards the mat. We'll stay here for a few moments as we create space in the back of the body. In downward facing dog, we get the opportunity to get an all over body stretch. Walk your feet towards your hands, coming into a forward fold, feet about hip distance apart. Keep the knees bent slightly, bring your torso towards your legs. Grab opposite elbows with your hands, letting your head hang, neck relaxed. Begin to sway side to side. Really enjoy this lovely stretch, lengthening the spine and the backs of the legs. Bringing the body back to centre as we lower the hands to the floor. Coming onto your fingertips, start to walk the feet out to the edges of the mat. Feet can be turned out slightly as you squat down with your arms out in front of you for counterbalance, knees tracking in the same direction as your toes. When you're all the way down, place your hands in the prayer position and apply gentle pressure from your elbows into the knees to solidify and ground the pose. This can be quite a difficult posture due to tightness in the hips, knees and ankles. So if your heels don't touch the floor, don't worry, you can support them with a folded blanket, or you can widen the distance between the feet. To come out of the posture, just sit down and slowly straighten the legs out in front of you. Moving into a forward bend, if you find it difficult to tilt the pelvis forward, you can sit on a folded blanket. Bending your right knee, drawing the sole of your right foot lightly against your inner left thigh. Inhaling and raising your arms either side of your head, torso facing the left leg, keeping the length as you exhale forwards, bending the knee as much as you need, and interlacing the fingers around the foot or taking hold of your ankle. Relaxing the shoulders, neck and face, making sure the shoulders are parallel to the floor. Long, slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose as we stretch the back and the hamstrings. Feel the breath travel along the spine as with each exhalation you feel your body relax further. Bringing your left hand to the inside of your left foot and taking your right arm out to the side about shoulder height, turning your lower abdomen to the right, wrapping your arm behind your back and taking hold of your inner left thigh, or you can soften by taking the hand to the sacrum or the floor behind you, and moving your right shoulder up and back to fully open the chest towards the right. Releasing and stretching the right leg out in front of you. Repeating on the other side. Bending your left knee and drawing the sole of your left foot slightly against your inner right thigh. Inhaling as you raise the arms up and exhaling as you come forwards. Bringing your right hand to the inside of your right foot and taking the left arm out to the side about shoulder height, turning your lower abdomen to the left. And moving your left shoulder up and back to fully open the chest. Releasing out of the posture, bending both knees, feet flat on the floor, come to lie on your back, legs and feet about hip distance apart. Get your upper body comfortable, bring your heels towards your sit bones, placing your arms along the floor by your sides, palms flat. Engaging your glutes, hamstrings and core. Inhaling, lift your hips towards the ceiling. Exhaling, rolling the spine slowly down onto the floor. Inhaling as you lift your hips towards the ceiling, keeping your thighs and inner feet parallel. And exhaling as you roll the spine back down. Inhaling to lift. and releasing with an exhalation. Continuing with the flow, on this inhale, remaining up, clasp the hands below your pelvis and staying here for a few breaths. Releasing the hands and exhaling, slowly roll the spine down to the floor. Counterbalancing by hugging the knees into the chest, keeping shoulders and head on the floor. This can be quite therapeutic for the back as we get a gorgeous stretch to the lower back muscles. Lowering the feet to the mat, keeping knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Crossing your right knee over the left, open your arms out to the side in a T position, shift your hips to the right a couple of inches and drop your knees over to the left. Only go as far as your range of motion. If too intense, uncross your legs and have the knees and feet together. And if your knees don't touch the floor, you can also place a folded blanket under the knees and feet. Encourage your right shoulder to soften towards the ground and look towards your right hand. Inhaling as you bring your knees back up, recenter yourself and uncross your legs. Repeating on the other side, cross your left knee over your right, shifting your hips to the left a couple of inches and then dropping your knees over to the right. Softening the left shoulder towards the ground and looking towards your left hand. Spinal twists are a gorgeous way of gaining flexibility in the spine. Really enjoy this posture as you slowly breathe in and out. Inhaling as you bring your knees back up, recenter yourself, uncrossing your legs. Lift your knees towards your chest, hugging your knees, and depending on how your back feels, it might be nice to rock side to side. Lowering your feet to the mat, keeping the knees bent, walk your feet out to the edges of the mat and let your knees fall in. Resting your hands gently on your belly, closing your eyes, relaxing your body, including your face. Feel your back being supported by the floor. And letting your breathing occur naturally, just going to remain here in stillness for a few moments. Notice how you allowed the body to slow down since stepping onto the mat. Embrace this calmness. Lengthening your legs along the mat, stretching the arms overhead for a full body stretch, circling the ankles and wrists one way and then the other way. Bending your knees, feet flat on the floor, rolling over to one side, using your hands to push yourself up, come to sit cross-legged with your spine lengthened. If you are unable to sit cross-legged with your back straight, sit on the edge of the folded blanket to lift your hips up higher. Twisting to your left, bring your right hand to your left knee and place your left fingertips on the mat behind you. Gorgeous gentle twist. Nice one to try and do every day. Back to centre and twisting the torso over to the right. Coming back to centre, fingertips on the floor at your sides. On an inhale, raise the arms up above your head, palms together. Exhaling, bringing your palms in front of your heart space. Acknowledge yourself for showing up on the mat today. Bring your thumbs up to your third eye and bowing forwards, whisper Namaste. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button below. And please do subscribe to my channel, it's all free. I put out new videos on a regular basis.